Hi, you guys. I'm so focused on just making sure that I don't have anything in my teeth that I'm always either just looking straight at the camera or then I take a look at myself and go, okay, look at your hair. And then I glanced over at Kelly, who looks like she was posing for her grade 2 class photo.
I've been practicing that move all week.
Well, I appreciate it. You know what the funny thing is about our Zoom chats? This is where we take our audio and then we decided we'd put the video up online for everybody to check us out too, is that we're so used to it now that I honestly in that moment just looked over and thought, I've never looked over. And now there you are, like, ring, I'm a good student.
Yeah. I probably tried too hard in grade 2, as per usual.
Well, you're gifted. Hey, Kel, why don't you tell everybody what you graduated university with?
A 98% grade point average.
98%.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive, but like, what happened to that 2%?
You ask me that every year.
I know.
I still don't have a good answer for
I
you.
know it secretly haunts you. What could I have done differently?
It was already bad enough because in third year, well, even though the fourth year obviously was the one that would have counted, but in third year, I was so stressed with my course load that I had chunks of hair falling out. And my grandma, I remember my grandma saying to me, because I came home to visit because my university was in Toronto and obviously the Fam Jams in Montreal. I came home and she's like, why don't you just fail something?
Give it a try. See what falls out of your head then.
Yeah. She's like,
Oh
I don't
gosh.
know that you need to like, or, maybe just pass it. Like, don't, just pass. That's enough, dear. Okay.
And you're like, you don't get it, lady.
Yeah. And here's something you never think your parents will tell you. They said to me, we think you're working too hard. You should have a bit of fun up there at university.
And you know what? They weren't wrong, Kelly.
They were not.
And you know what came of it? 90s now.
Yeah.
Still happening.
Exactly. Welcome to the show, you guys. Thanks for joining us on the couch with Kelly and her 2%.
Yeah. And
I'm glad your hair's grown back.
Thank you. Thank you. And here's just a final laughing bit that you'll get out of this. My mom always says to me on Tuesday, she's like, oh, are you recording your iPod with Sharon and Adam tonight? I'm like, yep, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're publishing it on the book face.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have some hit clips.
Oh yeah, hit clips, throwback to last week. We'll see if we can get any trivia done today. Seems we were not super skilled last week.
No.
And you know what? When we look back on season 10 of 90s now, Adam, I don't think we have a great track record with trivia.
Terrible track record. I think I got one question right and you've got like 2 or 3 and that's it.
That's it. And you know what? It's okay.
We don't care.
Because we can fail things.
We stopped.
My grandma would be fine with you failing, just so you're clear.
Well, you know what? If there's a failure coming to Liam Gallagher, he's going to point the blame squarely toward COVID. And we'll talk about that and his new album and how, well, he says the album's a bit peculiar. It might be him.
Well, for once, it's not his brother's fault.
That's true. Well, not yet. We'll see about that. We'll keep it over in the UK too, because we'll tell you which romantic comedy is the Brit fave. In other movie news, Sarah Jessica Parker confirms a rumor about her new movie upcoming. Kelly's trivia, of course, like we said, a 90s rewind that'll take us back to 1999 so we can party, and more J-Lo news on this show. Less about the cookies, so less about the J-Dough, but her newest movie role is hitting really close to home, which sounds dramatic. So I figure we should start there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a new movie. What's the movie's called? Marry Me, right?
Marry Me. Yeah. And she says it hits too close to home because I think of her many relationships that haven't always panned out.
Yeah. Well, she's in this movie. She plays a huge star whose fiance has cheated on her just before they're going to get married. So naturally, she selects a stranger to step up and stand in. And the stranger is played by Owen Wilson, who's no stranger to moviegoers. But what I like that JLo described the character as strong and confident, but also a regular girl who gets lonely and who needs love and who wants to feel like she has a home. And I think that's her landing pad. I think that's where she draws her own beginnings from, because we know that she was Jenny from the block, and then now she's, a global superstar. So I think that also is why she can relate to the character so well.
Yeah, I think she mentioned too, and I think you might have said it off the top, that like she's a boss and like rocking it and successful like in this movie, and then but still has the man trouble, if you will.
Man trouble.
Yeah.
I will not.
Which, if we look at Jennifer Lopez's history, she's had several relationships, high profile.
You got to give it to her for trying, though.
Yeah, she gives it a go. I'll tell you. Yeah,
she's game.
Go. And she says like recently, I don't think we've talked about this, but speaking of like the marry me and all that sort of magical business, and it hasn't been that long since Valentine's Day. Ben Affleck gave her a special gift a few days before Valentine's Day. He took her recent single, which I believe is from the Marry Me movie, and he re-edited it with their pictures that they had in their first relationship between 2002 and 2004.
Oh, wow.
And I guess he did like a lovey-dovey montage of their first go round.
Do you think he recorded it on iMovie? Just a quick edit on his phone?
Possibly not. I think he has access to A-list movie studios in Hollywood. So that's
throw this together for me, would you?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if, well, I guess he would have edited it because he's directed movies. So he's probably edited all the magic. So
that's true. And they were at Super Bowl too. Did you see them?
Yeah. Dancing Up a Storm. Every celebrity on the planet was at Super Bowl, especially because it was in LA, right? So everybody was there. And it was kind of interesting when you see like JLo and Ben were in a box or a loge or whatever you want to call it. And then, a lot of other celebrities were too. And then I saw some that weren't. And it was kind of funny because it's like, oh, you have to be in the regular seats. You're not loge material. Yeah.
Sometimes regular seats are lower, right? Sometimes they're better seats.
Oh yeah.
That's
well,
true.
if you're
actually a football fan, you want to be closer to the field. Yeah. So who knows?
Closer to the COVID. Oh wait, no, COVID's finished. Sorry.
Yeah.
Meow. Just to wrap up the JLo part, she said with regard to that character that it was about bearing her soul, that it was actually a little bit more uncomfortable than playing a character that is nothing like you, because this was bringing real personal life experience into a role in a way that she has never had to. So we'll look forward to Marry Me hitting theaters soon, and getting into theaters ourselves. That'll be something to look forward to. Is when we talk about COVID, there's still some restrictions in place, but these are loosening, and the world is living with COVID, because that's what we got to do.
Yeah. JLo is boss. You know what I mean? Like she's just boss.
Well, and last week when we talked about the fact that she makes a mean chocolate chip cookie, she is well-rounded. Well, I think she'd be even more well-rounded if she ate too many of them.
Especially her Jenny in the block. You know what I mean? Like she's got good junk in the trunk. So it all works out.
Chocolate chips in the trunk. How about we give a crack at some trivia?
Good luck, friends.
Thank you.
I don't get that she means that.
Trivia.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
I feel you're gonna. Well, I don't know. There's some confidence that could happen here. There's some, and Sharon's drinking water. She's ready to go.
I'm ready. I was parched.
She's ready for some heavy lifting. I'm interested to see Adam's answer on this question. So this is a pop culture question from the 90s. Which male model became famous for appearing on the covers of romance novels
Sharon.
in the 80s and 90s? Go, Sharon.
This is right in my wheelhouse.
I want to know if you know the last name, though. Go.
Fabio.
Yeah, last name?
I'm going to guess Valente.
Okay. Close, but no.
Caballero.
No, that's close. Adam, I know she's got it right, but do you want to take a guess?
I have no idea what we're talking about. So you didn't even have time to finish the question.
So Adam, I want you to Google this as we're talking.
Okay.
You'll enjoy what you Google, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Google. Yes, you should. So Sharon, the last name would be Lanzoni.
I was close.
Yeah, Valente was close. Is it because you saw Benoit today? Is that why you brought that up?
No, I was
Oh,
just
okay.
going for something. I was thinking of Sergio Valente jeans.
Oh, I like that. All right.
So his name is Fabio Lenzoni.
Yep. And he was quite the stud muffin back in the day.
How do you spell Lenzoni?
You know
It's
what you need to Google? Just do Fabio
Yeah.
romance novel and
yeah.
then click images.
Yeah.
Save the trip. Just go straight to the pics.
Careful what you click on, Adam. Careful what you click on.
I'm not a fan of long hair on guys.
There's many women that were and are. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. But
Okay.
hey,
It's too much
Um,
hair. If you're spending more time on your hair than I am on mine,
Yeah. Can I tell you that I have a friend of mine whose mother thought that Michael Bolton's long hair was the bee's knees.
no, no.
And she had like hot thoughts for him. Let's just
Hot thoughts. She had hot pockets for him. Hot thoughts.
I think we found our clip for the teaser. I think
Who's got hot thoughts? She's got hot thoughts. Abby's got hot
I
thoughts.
really want to copyright that. That is pretty.
That's good.
really-
You should.
you should do a remix of hot stuff with
Yeah.
hot thoughts.
Has
is
about
amazing.
some hot thoughts, baby.
I can only wonder what Flancy McConnell would come up with. Hot
She'd
thoughts.
be she'd have a little flush going. Flush
All
in the
right,
cheeks.
question number.
Oh, that's
Number
right. There's
2.
another one.
Oh yeah.
My God, I'm so verklempt right now. Here we are. So, which NHL team became the first ever to visit the White House in 1991? And I'll preface this 3 years before Adam was born.
Adam,
Adam.
the New York Islanders.
Ooh, solid guess, Sharon.
Colorado Avalanche.
Were they even a
They
team
won.
yet?
No, they won after
Stop
that.
judging me. I was just guessing.
Didn't they become the Avalanche in like 98?
How about the Rangers then?
No. Pittsburgh Penguins.
I was close.
You were not close. You were out all the way in the Western
I
Conference.
picked a team.
Was Mario Lemieux in the team at that time?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't he start in like 86 or 88 or something? Yeah.
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 Huh.
Cool.
Even maybe before that, right? Mario would have been 84.
He was still a part of the team though. Like he was a lifer member and then
Yeah.
stayed
And
with the
did he only
organization.
play for the Penguins? I think so, right?
Oh,
Yeah, he
you
didn't
with
play
your
for
with the
long.
questions. I don't know.
I like to make you puzzled, Sharon.
It's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played from 1984 to 2006 with the Penguins.
Go, Kelly.
Cool.
Bravo.
He's so smart.
Thank you. Go, Sharon.
Well, we're going to talk about Liam Gallagher and the formula that he has placed on a new album called Come On, You Know, a brand new album that features a few contributors that include Dave Grohl,
Your
rock and roll boyfriend. Yeah. Greg Kirsten, who's busy within the confines of rock and roll. And the album, actually, the first song is called Everything's Electric. And it's a very good song. There's he's got no concern about having to place blame about this album not succeeding, but if it doesn't, then he's going to blame COVID. It's nice to have something ready though, you know. He says that with regard to the album, that fans are going to be surprised, or they might be surprised by the experimental nature of some of the songs on it, but he's ready with the excuse, like I said, if it's unpopular. He says it is a bit peculiar in places, which is good. The equation is 80% madness, 20% classic. And that's what happens when you make another album.
Confidence, Sharon.
No, he never is. Never is. Because he says if it doesn't take off and people go, I'm not sure about this, it's a bit weird, we can blame it on the virus and go back to the classic stuff. I think it's almost like he doesn't realize that what he's making is the classic stuff. I think so far so good as far as my ear goes. Come On, You Know is what you'll be looking for from Liam Gallagher.
It's funny because his attitude often annoys me, but then like he's just so ridiculous that I love him anyway. You know what I mean?
He's got some real lucid moments of like, oh, that's true. And then he says something daft, you know?
Ridiculous.
So the natural progression out of Liam Gallagher's story would be to talk about Sarah Jessica Parker,
Of course.
wouldn't it? And there's been some, I guess, confirmed rumors or confirmed info about the new Hocus Pocus 2 movie.
So epic. This is going to be epic.
No kidding. Well, she confirmed, and I quote, "Yes, there will be a number. Of course, there will be a number or two." Which, sidebar, I will say, when I first read it, I thought it said there will be a number 2. That's odd. What a weird thing to say, Sarah Jessica
Weird thing to
Parker.
say.
But she was talking about a musical number, and in and around those musical numbers, there was a plot which has also been revealed. In case you wanted to know what Hocus Pocus is 2, the plot was, and that is that the movie's going to pick up after 30 years, or sorry, 30 years after Max lit the black flame candle in the 1993 first installment of the movie, accidentally resurrecting 3 witches who are on the hunt to steal children's souls. Oh, it's a knee slapper. The stealing of their souls, of course, would help them appear youthful forever. And if memory serves, they need all the help they can get. What this sequel will bring is Winifred, Sarah, and Mary, who now are seeking revenge as they awaken in present-day Salem, Massachusetts. Witchtown. And then there's 3 teenagers that have to find their way to stop the witches from gaining retribution. So it's going to be
a long movie.
Well, I'm not sure about long, but I think it's going to be good. You've got your Sarah Jessica Parkers, your Kathy Najimy, and Bette Midler, of course, who all 3 of them will bring the magic back to this movie, and it'll just be fun. It's nice to look forward to something fun like that.
By the way, if you want always a good laugh of just amazingness, follow Bette Midler on Twitter.
Yeah, she's good.
Especially if there's anything political going on in our friends to the south in the United States. She often has many things to say about
she
what's
cuts to
going
the
on.
chase. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Oh
she's
my
epic.
gosh. Seems we've got quite a bit of a movie show today because we're going to the BBC. BBC Radio 2 conducted a poll of their listeners to determine what the favorite romantic comedy is. I'm somewhat adverse to saying rom-com because I think, how much time do you not have to just say romantic comedy? Do you know?
We answer the big questions on this show, Sharon.
We're just here to help, you know?
Yeah.
But the one that has won the distinction of being the UK's favorite rom-com is Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts, Notting Hill.
Not surprised.
Me neither. It's a great movie. Like, I love it.
Although, and like, do you think so? Obviously, it beat out the Love Actually, I guess, right?
I love that one too.
I think that's always the number 1 Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it this year, now that I think of it.
I don't think I watched it either. Although I love a good Emma Thompson.
She's so good. And that scene where she realizes that her husband has not bought her the necklace when he presents to her a special edition of a Joni Mitchell classic album, which is thoughtful still, just not the necklace that she found.
Yeah.
And the how she delivers it to him, like, just heart-wrenchingly good, because she then has to go off to the kids' variety show at their school and sort of keep it together, knowing that everything will change.
She's
moving forward.
Awesome. I actually would love to see her, and maybe they've already done a movie together, but it would be cool to see her and Olivia Colman in something.
Ooh, there's still time for that.
Yeah, let's put that into the universe.
Yeah. Okay, and it's there.
Yeah. End scene.
And scene. How about we're gonna do a 90s rewind, and where did it go, Kelly?
Did you lose your rewind?
It's like
I did.
It.
I must have deleted it because I'm gonna wing it then, because I remember what I wanted to say, that we're going back to 1999.
Wow.
For our 90s rewind. And some pretty big names just within the top 10. No surprise there if you go a little bit deeper, you get to songs like from Sean Mullins, who at the time was enjoying this huge success with a song called Lullaby.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's doing today. But he was there. Also, Eagle Eyed Cherry, another signature tune from him, was Save Tonight. Monica
Which
and
one,
Deborah
Sharon?
Monica, Angel of Mine.
Okay.
Deborah Cox, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here.
Mhm.
She was right in the top 5 there, right after Heartbreak Hotel with Whitney Houston, Faith Evans, and Kelly Price. Excellent song. But I want to point out one song in particular because Cher's Believe, wasn't that the song that basically introduced auto-tune to the world as being something that we would always have for the rest of our lives? So don't we blame Cher for this situation and that huge song.
Yep.
Yeah,
Can't get
Believe.
her, especially on the farewell tour for 15 years. Has she finally retired, Sharon? Is it done?
I think she might have.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I don't think I've seen her in a hot minute. Don't worry, I'm not talking about hot thoughts. Just I just need to piggyback off your Deborah Cox situation, because I would like to remind our 90s Now listeners that if they would like to hear from Deborah Cox talking about Janet Jackson's documentary, we have her exclusive interview on the Kelly Alexander Show on our YouTube channel. So
Nice
youtube.com.
segue.
Show. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you know what?
And by the
That's
way, I would invite people to sign up to our newsletter, and that's going well. Rachel from Australia has signed up to the Kelly Alexander Show newsletter,
Rachel,
which is amazing. And so kellyalexandershow.com/subscribe, and then you get access, especially to the exclusive interview with Tina Landon, which is not available as of yet on the YouTube channel. So
it's only exclusively available to the subscribers of the newsletter.
Did you watch it yet?
Not yet. I've had a week. I've had a week.
I'd like to put you on the spot. Yeah. Anyways,
Take it back.
It'll be delightful when you do watch it. Yeah.
Oh, no doubt about that. You do a good job with the chatting people up, Kelly, and Tina's always been a great interview. So I am looking
appreciate
forward
that.
to
Thank
it.
you. And I just want to tell you again how fortunate we are to have the love from Rachel Dixon, because every episode she takes the time to give us her recap on the YouTube channel.
Nice.
There's lots of like hearts and emojis and happy faces. And
does she think it's a burner?
yeah.
Mhm.
Rachel. I think
Actually,
I'm
we
mixing
should
my
ask her
accents.
if that's a thing. We should ask Rachel if saying burner is like a thing.
Burner. If you're doing legs today, is it a burner? How about that? That was pretty good. I think when I went down on the legs today.
Yeah.
Well, it was a bit of Ringo too. Damn it.
Yeah. And by the way, I just wanted to give a shout out to Sharon, because by the time we record our next show, your morning show will have commenced. So
Truth.
Congratulations, Sharon, in advance. I know you have a couple of busy days ahead of you as you get ready for the big launch.
Truth. Thank you.
Showem.com is where you can listen in no matter what part of the world. And that would be is it 5:30 you're starting?
5:30 in the morning.
5:30 a.m. Eastern. Yep. So that would be 5:30 p.m. in China or Japan, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's the time difference in Australia?
Isn't it
I think
like
it's 16.
16? Yeah, it's a lot.
16.
Well,
so
depending
that's
on where you are in
5 days.
Australia.
So we'll have an evening show then.
It might be a burner over there if she has to keep her eyes awake.
Do it, Rachel.
I think you just went into British there for a
I
second.
do it. I'm sorry. Burner. That's like my reset word. Burner. Rachel. No. Sorry, Rachel. Thank you though for standing by and sitting through this experience of accents with Sharon. That's the end of it, you guys. Wrapping up with a solid 90s rewind. If I had a fan, like a table fan, if you sing into a fan, you sound like Cher on Believe.
Yeah.
Like that.
Maybe next week you can give us an example.
See, why not?
I just picture you with like goggles, and because it's still cold out and in, like a big hat and like a scarf and then the fan. And
Well, I'd
then-
have to have some sort of headpiece on. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want my hair getting stuck in the fan. I mean, I'm prepared to take a hit, for the team and all, but I don't
Play
want
safe, Sharon. Play
I don't
safe.
want patches of hair falling out.
Yeah. Like me from third year.
Exactly. See, bringing it full circle.
Bye,
Thank you for finding us wherever it is that you do that, you guys. We appreciate not only that you listen, but that that you're communicating with us like Rachel.
British again, Sharon, I think.
Sorry, son of a. But really keeping in touch with us and letting us know where you are and what you're doing and how much you like it. We love that too. But ultimately, thank you for listening to 90s Now, still happening.